Hey guys, how you doing? Today I want to talk about catch cans and how important they are. I am still running, actually I put this back in. This is the original one I had, probably seen it from previous videos. This is just temporary. I actually upgraded, or I thought I was upgrading to another catch can that didn't work out well for me. I need to find a better spot for this. I'm thinking about somehow moving this, shorten these lines up, and putting the catch can here and somehow tie it off or make a bracket to hang it. And that's just my only issue, is where to put this. But my problem was I bought a different catch can, and I thought this was a great idea. This catch can has a screen in it, so your intake, your input into the catch cans here and out into your air intake system, and it's screened. And I was thinking, wow, that's, to guarantee really clean air going back into my air intake system before the supercharger. Well, living in New England, being wintertime, you can see like this little bit of condensation. When you're filtering with a catch can, you're also getting condensation that's built up when your motor's hot and it cools off. That blows by in here, and what had happened was this froze. This is a big block of ice, and so now I got air going in, and it's trapped in here, and my car was running like crap. So I opened this up, and this was frozen completely. Being in New England, this has been a harsh winter, so I had to pull that out and put this one back in. So I'm just going to stick with what's been working with me. I did have an air filter over here, so I was having it come in with an air filter, but the car was stinking pretty bad. You could smell like the fumes coming out of the filter. I didn't like that, so I am running it back in. But like I said, I need to do something with this because I don't like this. I think what I'm going to do is somehow make something to come off this, or figure out a way to secure this catch can, because as you can see, this engine, it's K24 setup. There's not a lot of room for anything. And I just checked this, and you can see I need to empty this out. I mean, that's full, so that's just about any more than that, and it's going to be going right back into my air intake system. So I need to clean that out. Alright, that's pretty much empty. It's a lot of water, condensation. Like, I mean, this doesn't even smell like. It looks watery more than oil. You'd think that's gasoline, but maybe a little gas, some oil, but it seems watery just from collecting condensation. But here's the thing that I just don't check this often enough. It's been almost a month, and I really should check it every week. Just takes a minute to clean, drain it out, and not a big deal. Well, I'm going to see definitely about moving this over again. And ever since I put this catch can in, this car's run so much better. Just filtering out all that crap, because all this lid, normally it's piped in through here, right from your valve cover to the intake port with the Kraftwerk system, and all that's going right into the supercharger, and that can't be good for you, or yeah, good for it. So I definitely noticed the car running a lot better having catch cans set up. Like I said, I know this is not like the best way to hook that up, but it's been freezing. Like, it's middle of February. We finally got weather where I can be out here doing something. It was in like single digits for weather. It's been absolutely brutal. Well, here's a comparison of them together. I mean, this thing is tiny compared to the original I got. And this was like $50 for this one, and this one was only 14. I like the concept of this catch can with the screen, but you got to know your area. So I mean, if you're living in a warm climate, I would use this all the time. I like the idea, but for New England, where this doesn't have a screen, it's just a big tank. I think that's the best thing. That for cold weather, you don't have to worry about anything freezing up, and it lets the air continuously breathe through. Also, this is what I was talking about earlier. So, like my other setup, when I had this catch can earlier, so from the valve cover in and then out, I would just have the breather. I had nothing going back in here. I would plug this, but what would happen after a while, especially getting into boost, you got fumes that just come out of this filter. So if you're sitting at a light or whatever, if you have your the fans on and you had outside air mode on, you could smell this. So you have to constantly have your vents closed so no outside air coming in. And then if it's damp out, having your vents closed, your windows fog up. It's just I didn't like it. I eventually just took, this is actually a new one, but my other one was like pretty oily looking. So that's something else to think about, and that's why I ran it back in, so I don't smell anything now. It's pretty contained. But the main thing is keeping the fluids in here and not letting it go back into your supercharger, or if you're running a catch can even with an NA, I guess, still be better. You're not going to have that garbage going into your motor. Well, the more I think about it, I think I can go ahead and just make that change. Move these lines around. And just come up with something. Cut these lines back. And get this can set. It'll probably look cleaner over here anyways. This is a mess. This kind of looks ghetto a little bit. Alright, I got freed up from that spot, and this is what I'm looking at here. Somehow getting it set there, which is going to be, I just cut these lines back, and actually less line will probably breathe better. Alright, so measure it up. I cut it right about there. Cut that one there. And this one somewhere right about like that, but I can't do it one-handed, so I'll be right back. Alright, well, there it is, moved. I had to zip tie this because I found out that I tried to take out that band clamp that it's stripped, so I gotta go to the auto parts store and get another one. But I think I like this location a lot better. It does look a little cleaner. My only concern is it's sitting higher than the valve cover. I'm gonna have to watch to see how well that's gonna work. I may have to get a shorter catch can, but I'll watch it because it's up a couple inches. There really is no room to push this down anymore. So I know some guys run a battery relocate kit, and then they put like the box catch can right where the battery tray is. But my only concern with that is the battery being in the kind of like in the inside the car. Is this going to emit fumes? I don't want battery fumes in the car, and so that's a whole nother thing. But for now, I think this should work. Again, I'll watch, make sure that this is gonna, drain. I mean, hopefully there's some pressure so it does, push and dump. But I definitely like that spot. And again, if I have to get a shorter catch can, or in the summertime, I can always go, or when it warms up, I mean, we're almost in March, this would actually sit a little lower, and I could use this. I mean, I wish there was a way I could pop that screen out. But there we have it. Alright, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.